Hello, welcome to my live stream. Let's wait for some time for people to join, and we will be drawing something today, drawing some new characters. So, if you are here just joining, say hi in the chat box and let's get a conversation going. I see Akanksha has joined. Hi, Akanksha. Thank you for catching my live stream. Where are you joining from, Akanksha? Hi Prasanna, thank you for joining. So I'm doing these bunch of live streams to promote my book. Let me just get my cam here. So I'm writing a book about creating characters, and I'm doing these live streams because I haven't finished the book yet, and it's like doing drawing for the book, getting it done, and also sharing some of my process with all of you guys. So yeah, I'm getting good views on YouTube, and that's the whole point. It will get my channel going, and I plan to do these live streams all through this month. So this book is about sharing my process, breaking down, and I'm happy to say that I have like crossed 100 sales for this book, and people have been finding it very useful, and it consists of all the things that I know over the years about drawing your original characters, drawing, designing, and presenting it to your clients. So, if you find something like that interesting, then do check it out. The link is in the chat box and in the description. And you can always hit me up on Instagram if you find any issues or find any for clearing out your doubts uh, about drawing stuff. I am always available on my DMs on Instagram. So today, uh, let me show you this. In the last live stream, we drew this character in a bunch of different poses, and if you want to, you can. I have that on YouTube, and you can check it out. Today, what we are going to do is, if you can see here, these policemen are a bunch of characters that I had drawn to show how you create characters which go together in which go together beautifully as designs, and you see how it showcases how you can implement contrast of shapes and sizes, different proportions for different characters. And if you are designing a bunch of characters as a group, as they need to be working well visually together, you need to draw recreate characters with different proportions to make it interesting. If they are all they are looking the same, you might not identify them easily in the group. So it's good to showcase different designs. So today what we are going to do is draw some fantasy characters. If you have any questions in the chat box, I am drop them in the chat box so I can read them out. Hi Vedant, hi Sahitya. You are joining from a different account, it seems, Sahitya. So thank you for joining this. And if any of you want to draw along, you can do that. Today we'll be creating these scribbles that you see here, and I want to draw some fantasy characters. So by fantasy I mean medieval fantasy, like mages and wizards and fighters and elves and all that kind of stuff. So I just scribbled this out. Let me just take this. By the way, I'm using Procreate on my iPad to draw. So I am really not that prepared for this live, as I want to be very spontaneous. So I had scribbled out some shapes here to. Before we do that, let me just explain. Like, if you study these characters here, what they are showcasing is that you can have different characters. Suppose you have this one character who is a standard shape. You can create other characters which are not similar to them. So you can create a bit taller one who is a bit bulky, that's this guy. Then you can create a shorter one. Somebody had asked me last time that if you can need to keep the proportions same, but if you have any standard proportions for cartoon characters, but you need to create variety like this. So this guy is tall, and uh, here I have drawn a shorter character. So okay, actually I can just point it out with the pencil like this, and I forget that. And then you create a taller sleek character is like this. So this group works together well as a group and creates variety. So similarly, what I have scribbled here is a bunch of characters who are fantasy themed. So this one is a ranger sort of thing, with a bow and arrow, if you can understand by my scribbles. Then this one is a swordsman, a fighter. Then this one is a dwarf, a short guy, probably with a standard trope like having a beard and carrying an axe. Then this one is a wizard, which is tall. And this one, I guess, will be a female fighter, just to balance it out, as I didn't want all of them to be male. So let's see what people have in the comments. Hi Dakshita. Dakshita says, hello sir, big fan of your work. Thank you so much. Vedant asks how to get ideas for making a character if we don't know its story. So a great way to start is just drawing one character, and you can build up the story from that. Now this is exactly what I'm showing today. So I don't know anything about these characters right now, other than some variety of classes that they are. And let's see, and you will see how my thought process is for designing them. And as you draw and as you improvise your characters, as you build them up from these scribbles, you will draw their faces, you will figure out how they look, you will figure out their outfits to go with the theme of the world they live in. And this kind of all determines the story. You can show their personality with the pose that they are in, and this is how you create a what we call a hero pose for the characters. And that a lot of time guides your story with the character creation. So character creation is what I find most interesting, that's why I specialize in it. And let's draw these characters out, and you will see how I think while creating new characters. So let's get these policemen out of the way. Okay, I have a image here for the policemen as well, to showcase their different shapes. I had shared this on Instagram, and these artworks are from my book. So they go into my book to explain different things what I am sharing here. So this is how the different body types look to design a group of characters. So today let's get this in place, maybe in the center. So this artwork I am creating for my book, and let's see how it goes. In the comments, let's see what people are saying. Sahitya says, today I have my iPad and I will draw along in the Notes app challenge by my cousin. Why would you do that? I mean, it's great to explore different apps, but uh, improve your skills on in one app. And okay, good, whatever works for you. Vedant says today Kishori Didi is not there. Actually, she is there, but I thought uh, this one I'll do it myself to see what works better. Maybe she'll join us later. So let's draw. Okay, so I who do we start with first? Let's draw the fighter first, just to guide our. And on the left here, I have Pinterest. So let's just search randomly fighter and soldier. Soldier? No, what do you call the fighting class in fantasy game? Character design. I did not save for this live stream, so just sharing, just seeing random ideas. I will search medieval. Okay, here we have good reference images. I like how this guy has a full beard, and Pinterest is a good way if you know how to use it. You can't just draw directly from your reference images. You have to construct your character with bits and pieces that you like from a bunch of different character. Okay, Vedant says knight. Knight is a good word, but let's see how this goes. I like beard from this guy, so let's draw a. Let's start. I'm drawing this guy first. Maybe I will draw out a head. Now this is a standard head shape. Let's vary it a bit. So maybe a fighter has a broad jaw, and I'll still be very scribbly just to guide our design. And the next stage will be refining our sketch. Unali says, "Hello sir, how are you? I'm really glad you could join today. Um, I thought you were not showing up today, so good you could make it." Praveen says hi. Thank you for joining my stream. So let's focus on the face today. First, I'm not copying from this guy. I just like the beard, so drawing a beard here. Then let's just see what comes up. Okay, this guy has the man bun sort of thing going. Maybe we can include that. Then normally I would save a bunch of images and then start on the design, but let's see. Today I'm being very spontaneous. Maybe this guy has the mustache like so. I am just creating a random combination that I see. I will get to the comments in a bit. Let's see how this goes. This is just me scribbling, and my favorite tool is the warp tool and the scaling tool, so I am doing this. You will see me use warp tool quite a bit. On a separate layer I will draw the body. Now pose, as you can see, I've already drawn here. Balamurugan says, "Hey bro, I just thought doing a medieval character first. Coincidence, huh?" That's great. Maybe a fighter will be wearing something like this. So I guess broad shoulders. I'll increase the shoulders a bit. Draw roughly the torso. And always draw through your drawings so that they look connected, even if this will be hidden by the arm. So this is the rough shape. As you can see, I did not imagine my character to have a beard, just came up. So going along with it, scribbling out the arm like so. What kind of sword will the fighter have? Let's see what I like. Kind of like this one. It has something like this. Now I definitely don't do these so quickly, give it far more thought, but I just wanted to show you the design process. I'm copying my same 6B pencil brush in the eraser, so I can do it, erase with the same texture. Now combining characters like this is just a good way to keep your characters original. And obviously I'm following some design tropes of fighters. And I'll add the details as I go. I'm not going to refine it just as yet because I want to get all the characters going together. Maybe what symbol should he have? I'll figure it out later. That's the other arm that I just drew. Okay, that's it for the fighter for now. Let's draw the second one, the ranger on the left. Drawing these on different layers. Praveen asks why so many artists use red rough sketch instead of black. So that when you design, go for the inking, you can differentiate between red and black easily. And the second where it originated from is when you are drawing rough on traditional paper. After you scan or photograph it, it's easy to reduce the red levels, and then you go on, you just get black out of your sketch for the other part for proceeding further digitally. I'll search ranger, archer. How about we give the archer an Indian touch? Indian archer character. I don't know why, but feminine characters are usually archers. That's a good design. As you can see, I am not prepared for this. It's very spontaneous. I'm gonna keep the hood like so. Just draw the structure first. So we are making this a female. And there's the start of the structure. I will just, okay, I'll do that later. I want to shift this to the left, but I'll do that after we have drawn the character out. Just drawing the bow like so. I guess the bow should be behind the body, just a more comfortable way to hold it. Let's see a bit more references. I like the draped kind of thing. Just create a new layer. I create new layers so that I can easily manipulate them even in this stage. Adding a bit more feminine body. I guess she's a lefty. So let's shift the layers a bit so that it can be clearer. And always think about the silhouettes so that you can see the shapes from just the outline. Avoid overlap as much as possible. So here's our refined version of the archer, the female archer. Let's make her a tiny bit more slender. So now let's design the dwarf. How about for a change we'll make the dwarf beardless. Just drawing the shapes first, the head. Let's look it up. Dwarf. And always think about adding details to your character to make them unique and more identifiable. So let's get the body done first and we'll start adding detail. I have figured out the pose already, as you can see here. Maybe he has a hammer. And I'm using walk tool to just get the pose right. There's a dwarf. Let's figure out the details now. New layer. People who are watching, who all are drawing along with me. I guess this process will spark something in your head, how to come up with original characters. It's just a combination. Oh, I like this one. A dwarf with a turban. That's good. Let's have him, let's give him a turban. But it's going to be beardless, as I said. When I draw a turban, oh, I think you know the Sultan from Aladdin. They have this beard and this huge thing. I need to avoid that. Maybe the turban will be like so. I'm just showing you the process, guys, because I've been asked a lot of times how to draw original characters, and I'm not worrying about the expressions here, just drawing these guys. The head is a bit too big. Let's just shrink it a bit. So this is going to be our beardless dwarf. I'm gonna save this live stream, so if you're joining late, be sure to check it out later. Vedant asks, sir, do you think anatomy is important for drawing cartoony character? Of course it is. You need to learn basic anatomy to know how humans are structured, where the joints are, where the organs are, where the muscles are. You need to know it only so much that you can use it to your advantage. I don't know what I'm drawing here. Maybe something like this around the neck. A lot of dwarf designs here. A dwarf mage. That's nice. This is a turbaned guy. So when you think about dwarves, it is just not just drawing shorter people. Like the feet are usually broader, like so, like you can see in this reference. So this comes from knowing proportions, of seeing a lot of character designs, a lot of actual people. I'm also thinking about this whole composition. So I want these characters to work together well as I want to create this group photo which looks nice. So I'm worrying about the silhouettes, the outline, the overlapping, all of them at once. And I talk about these things in my book, how everything is important, the design element, the shape language. I scribble a lot to figure out the shapes. Using the warp tool because this hand was short. I am looking at the anatomy from this reference on the left to see how long the arms should be, how long the upper arms, the forearms should be. Let's draw this hammer, or maybe we'll give him a mace, a gada as you call it. This is a very random bunch of characters. Usually, when you design characters, you need to think about the world they live in. They should gel together. But I guess this guy uses a mace, an Indian mace. People who are watching, are you liking the randomness of this drawing for so long? How is it going? Let me know in the comments. Praveen says, do you do other mediums for fun, sir? Of course, like I don't like traditional mediums so much because I am very used to digital. But then, if you can see, I guess the other videos on my YouTube channel I've done, I have done marker art, which is the closest thing that I like doing in traditional because it involves inking and markers, and markers will work very well close to the digital medium. The output is very similar and they are not as messy because I find paints very messy and I don't work with them. Vedant says, yes, sir, this is natural and the whole process is seen. I'm glad you are enjoying the process, Vedant. Okay, let's draw our next character. I like the composition so far. The wizard. Let's just look random wizards. I don't know what pops up. Agnihotri says, it's going great, sir. Recently I bought your book. Thank you so much. I'm glad. I hope you found that useful. Now drawing with you is a privilege. I'm so happy. Let's see what our wizard will do. This is kind of your classic wizard. Praveen says, whenever I go traditional, I miss controls. Exactly. It takes a lot of, courage to go traditional. I really miss controls too. But it gives a bit of spontaneity and you don't worry so much about your mistakes. So when you are drawing traditionally, the I am a lot more efficient when it comes to inking. Inking is something I like doing traditionally. I guess I should go the Jake Parker route of sketching first digitally and then printing it out and inking. I guess I should try that out. I think I will enjoy that more. Okay, we are looking at wizards. I keep getting distracted because of your very kind comments. Keep them coming because the comments is the interaction. Hey, here, see this. A group of characters which work well together. Let's see now. I like the idea of him holding a book. A spell book is a good thing for a wizard to have. Let's just start drawing and see what comes out of it. Okay, does our wizard need a long beard? In the comments, type beard if you want me to draw a beard for him, or if you want him to go beardless. Tell me. I'll be waiting. Till then, I am drawing the structure, a tall wizard. So just drawing the structure here like so. How many of you have seen? Okay, I got one vote for beard. Beardless. No beard. Short beard. Okay, three three votes for beard and two for beardless. Four votes for beard. Three votes. Fine. We will draw a beard. How many of you have seen my comic book, The Call of Callisto? I had great fun drawing characters in that book. There's a lady who is a wise lady in that book who is again tall. I don't know why tall means men are wise. He is a wizard with a turban with a nice suit. That's nice. Let's just draw this structure. How should his arm be? As you can see, I'm not taking references for the poses. Totally coming from my mental library. I guess we have more votes for beard, so we'll draw him a beard. How about our wizard will have a trishul, as I've drawn something similar here. I guess Poseidon's or Triton's trident is magical. Does it look too evil to carry a trishul? And the god Shiva has trishul. Is Shiva's trishul magical? I have not seen him using a trident for magic. So we have here a bearded wizard with a trident. Did not see that coming. What sort of clothes should he be wearing? Okay, I guess this is the sketch done, so I will create a new layer to draw it again. And you will see the final version of this illustration go in my book. That is the whole point of me drawing it. I'm trying to finish my book. So let's draw his face. So tall guys maybe, so have a tall face. Let's keep his face triangular. Snigdha, hi Snigdha, thank you for joining. Snigdha says it will fit well with the drawing. I guess you're referring to the beard. So wavy beard like this. So now I don't think I'm using references anymore. I was supposed to use references. Just doing random things like a crown. You are seeing me. You are seeing my process of being very fluid with my designs. The first time I'm doing something like this. Okay, why am I going into the face? Oh, you're saying about the Trishul. Does anyone know if Shiva's Trishul is magical? Okay, I guess the wizard is shirtless. You cannot plan these things. Agnihotri, you can share your work as Instagram stories or just DM me on Instagram and I will be sharing them with my on my stories. I would love to see, even if you're not drawing live with me, finish your work later and share it with me. I guess I went too detailed for this guy than the others. This is going to be a long live stream, guys. I'll try to finish as much as I can on live. If I can't do a lot today, I will continue this tomorrow maybe. But I'm going to finish this live. Just getting it a bit in proportion. Okay, all men here. So I wanted to draw a female character. The last character is going to be female. I just scale all of these down so I have more space. Oops. Looking good till now. Female knight. Actually, I had drawn a female knight. Let me just show you. Somewhere, yes, here she is. That's the character design I did in the book. I shared this on Instagram as well. So this is the kind of coloring we'll be doing. Female knights, long hair. I like the idea of long hair, but maybe the hair will be black. If you are watching me draw, please ask questions in the comments, or just drop a comment. I like comments, I like reading them out. It's the way of interaction in this very solitary drawing career. Just drawing a sort of ponytail. I'll draw the body on a different layer. I've drawn a shield here. Let's continue with the shield. Maybe the shield has a flame. Okay, I will whoever is watching me draw right now, tell me what the symbol on the shield should be in the comments, and I will draw that. Let's see the suggestions. I like the randomness of the stream. Praveen says, will this illustration get added in the comic book? This illustration goes in my creating characters book. So that is why I am drawing this. Okay, why did I draw the shoulder like this? Girl says, is he Lord Ganesha? Who are you referring to? I don't see any Ganesha here. Hydra symbol. Vedant says a lion or some elephant. I like the idea of Hydra. So these things add a bit of story elements to our designs, like the symbolism, the design elements. Just going through some reference here. I like these armor things here, so adding those. This is the first time you're seeing me draw something so raw. Okay, heels are just a bad idea. Why would you wear heels? Why would you wear heels to battle? I don't know. Let's not overlap, or maybe overlap more. And there's our bunch of characters. Let's ground them a bit. Where's the horizontal line? So the last two should be lowered. The dwarf can be in front. Get him a bit lower. Then the soldier and the wizard. Then the archer a bit behind. So I'm thinking in layers. And ladies, the lady fighter. Okay, I did not plan this out. Maybe people will be upset that both the ladies are behind. I don't know. But it is what it is. And this guy in front here. So it's like a V-shaped formation. Okay, people have said viper, snake, a hydra. Let's just draw a snake, but a stylized snake maybe. Okay, I don't like a hood. I will draw something like this. And there's your snake. Let's make it a bit smaller. I drew it on the same layer. Okay, so here are our bunch of characters. That took a long time. It's almost an hour for this live stream. Praveen says, wow, that's so fast. Thank you, Praveen. Giggle asks, suggest me a budget tab. For a budget, you need to be not looking at screen tabs, but the basic ones from all the biggies like XP Pen and Huion. Both have these budget tabs which are under 5k. Really good place to start with that. You need a laptop and a program like Autodesk Sketchbook. I'll reduce the opacity of my draft layer and the sketch layer now, and let's start refining. This is going to take a long time. Let's start with the fighter. Now I'm not going to look at references, I'm just going to go with the flow, and I'm going to put some expressions on these guys. So maybe the fighter has one eyebrow up. Kenrick says, hey, hi Kenrick. You will see me using the warp tool a lot. Don't like that eye. Vedan, thank you for joining. You have to go, you have to go. Bye bye. Maybe you can see the stream later. Gonna use the warp tool more. There's your man bun. Drawtoon 17 can't continue because of pencil battery. That's unfortunate. I'm just adding random things like these gauntlets. Praveen says, I use XP Pen tablet, no battery issues. That's great. On my older iPad, the battery, I had to keep charging the pencil. After I got earned enough, I bought myself the Pro, so the pencil is always charged. That's a good investment there. Let's just look up something, maybe. To add some detail. Let's split this belt. This is the behind part of the dress, the skirt. Just scribbling out to improve the silhouette here. There's our fighter done, the bearded fighter. Let's draw the turban guy next. I'm using Procreate on iPad here. People who are watching, please say something in the comments so I know you are there. It keeps the session interactive. Anyone who has just joined, please come say hi. Have you seen a turban dwarf before? I haven't. Not in the popular culture, at least. He's going to be a grumpy one. With a big nose and a mouth like so. And as we decided, he's going to have no beard, no facial hair. Praveen says, how's the weather there? Here in the south is getting cold. It is the rainy season, the peak of the rainy season in Mumbai. So, raining a lot. We are on high alert for the next 3 days. It's quite silent in the comment section. Please say something. Otherwise, I will be going into my drawing zone. Just adding a bit of detail. Let's draw the mace. This is turning out quite an interesting character here. We have got so many people joining. So I'll repeat this symbol on the down the knees. A lot of this is hidden by the pose, so that's less things to figure out right now. Normally after doing a hero pose, you will go out creating different poses for the character to figure out details. I will go into the other guy and delete a bit here so I can see this clearly. Some buckles on the shoes. Maybe the legs, the knees will go lower using the warp tool. This guy can be a bit shorter. Like so. Alright, two characters down. Praveen says, love the expression. Thank you, Praveen. I guess you are the only one enjoying the stream right now. I hope people see it later. Let's draw the wizard. There's the long beard. Let's give the old man long ears. Draw217 says, I have sent you what I have drawn till now. I'm not gonna leave this session, will watch throughout, but I have no other choice than leaving the draw along. How long does the Apple Pencil take to charge? Just leave it charging for 5 minutes and continue with the rest. Oh, I remember this guy was shirtless. This is like a Black Panther necklace. So when you're drawing bodies, this is where the anatomy knowledge comes in. Let's warp this a bit. In a separate layer, I'll draw this straight line because I want them. I want this line pretty straight. So using the Procreates feature. I am guessing we will only be able to sketch today and we'll continue this in the next live stream. It's already been 1 hour 20 minutes. Let's make this a bit more symmetric. And I like adding special effects, so maybe just a bit of magic here. There are artists who do live streams for hours at a time. I just get too exhausted because talking doesn't come naturally to me. Talking while drawing. Just adding folds to the clothes. Draw a bit of these wraps here to add detail. Keeping him barefoot. So there's 3 characters done. Let's draw the ladies now. So I need to keep these live streams when I can draw and not when people can attend. So I'm creating these as a process videos and people can watch later. And I I can point to them when someone asks how I draw. So I am drawing these just without any reference. If you want to improve, you can just look at references. Like, I guess this is Ciri from The Witcher. Some plates for the shoulders. Make the arms a bit thinner. Let's draw the shield on a separate layer. Combining the layers. I'm using some random references for building the visual library. I can draw things better. She's wearing these leather boots. These will be like, things will be much clearer when we are coloring these. Just drawing enough which is seen. I guess she needs to balance more, something like this. So only one character left now. We'll sketch this out and then we'll be done with today's live. I wish I had saved the references. Did not save them. I'm just browsing through random things to see. I remember the hood, which is going to be like a silk thing. So let's just draw that hood. Praveen asks, do you use any app for mood boards? Basically, I just create Pinterest saved gallery from Pinterest and use that. So here's the hood drawn. I'm just looking for some reference for this area. Guess we'll draw this. Drawing only what is visible here. Maybe she's wearing some sort of pants. Repeating the same on the boots, what we did in the torso. Maybe this hood continues behind like so. And the bow, the last thing that is left, which goes behind. Just adding some details. And I think our characters are finally done. Let's just select all these layers and frame it better. So we are all set for inking, and we'll do the inking next time. So thank you everyone for joining, and this was a great stream. I hope we'll have more people next time. But Praveen, thank you for staying back. So I'll see you next stream, maybe tomorrow. I'll continue.